Well, this program is sponsored by Star Ghana with support from UK Aid, Danida and the European Union. Well, tonight we focus on women and the difficulty in accessing healthcare in some parts of the Upper West region. We begin from the Wa East District, where poor and dusty roads are responsible for poor healthcare delivery. Healthcare providers and patients cannot simply make it on these roads to give or receive care.
Over 200 kilometers of road, all poor, dusty and unmotorable. This is one of the two highways that link the Wa East District to the rest of the Upper East region, from Wa to Katwa and beyond, and then also from Wa to Fancy on the other side of the district. Now, this has over 100 communities lying along this part of the road. Traders, health personnel, teachers, and all workers commute on this link to Wa to transact business. The terrible nature of the road is affecting healthcare, education, and the transaction of businesses. Yet, this is what many caregivers and patients commute on daily to give or receive healthcare. No two communities are joined by a tarred road. The results are harrowing experiences of women, especially pregnant women. Some dodge certain medical examinations due to poor roads.
If I sit on the car, I hear the pain of my stomach, so I can't sit comfortable and calm here. By the way, anytime that I want to go to work and come back here, I hear the pain of my stomach. The car is not, the road is no good for us to join the car to work and come back here.
Vehicles travel several hours on unengineered roads. Patients delay in seeking healthcare, worsening health conditions. Zina had to be transferred to Wa, and it's a headache. The road from Manwe to Wa is in such a bad state. Now, how does she get transported? The husband would have to find a way, perhaps put her on this motorbike to Wa, or perhaps look for another way out. Chief, how would you send her to Wa? The husband just told us that he's going to put her on the motorbike and then support her with another person behind her to move them to the facility. Now, Mary, this is how you get your patient referred to Wa, and the road network. How is it affecting what you do here?
Mostly when you transfer people, and most of them is always like this. There are no ways means we don't have emergency transport that you could easily call the person anytime to come for the clients. So the person have to carry the person by any other means possible. And looking at the road, the women are always in pain, and the shaking and all those things, it always increase the pain. By the time you even get to the hospital, you become restless and very tired, even finding it difficult to push for the baby to come out during delivery.
Motorbikes and the motor king have become the main means in place of commercial vehicles. In some cases, however, rickety minibuses offer life-saving services.
I always refer to a number of them. For instance, I have two classical cases. One is the issue of transportation challenge. A woman came to one of our health centers, 7 a.m. In labor. The midwife, at first examination, knew that this one was a problematic delivery. So said, I have to transfer or refer this patient to, and the only place you can refer to again is Wa. Every available means of transport was explored, and it took from 7 a.m. till about 4 p.m. before something could be done, including the fact that they now had to go back and look for money to buy tires, to change somebody's car tires before they transported. That lady, I mean, we audited that in WA. It was very shameful and embarrassing for the entire system. That this was a situation recognized and detected earlier, but because of limitations in the system, particularly in transportation, the woman only got there when they got the news around 4 p.m., had to traverse the route 3-4 hours, got to WA at 8 p.m. There was no sign of life.
In some villages, a Kia trap missed can mean 2 days of inability to move out of the district. Sometimes women risk the lives of their children just to make a trip in the district. Healthcare givers' nightmare have been experiences on roads. The district's major headache is raising funds for work on these roads. Feeder roads are sometimes reshaped, but the two major highways, Wahabu, Funsi, Kundugu, remain untarred and dusty, while the Wa-Bilenga highway is in the same condition.
The two major roads that we have they are just F roads, but because they are under highways, we call them the major roads and the highway roads. But it has been a very long time that these two roads has never received any graveling. Some of the roads are passed, they have never been engineered before, and then some are engineered, but they don't receive reshaping, and accessibility to communities in those areas are very difficult. This problem of accessibility actually hinders the activities of farmers, traders, and even government workers like nurses and teachers. Some of them find it difficult to get to their workplaces.
Turnaround time for healthcare givers is therefore affected. It takes almost 5 hours to do a round trip in the district. Planners are suggesting solutions.
Locational disadvantage. Even when we are going to organize our assembly meetings, a majority of the assemblymen are in the Bulinga area. So the issue of facilitating their movement to the assembly to deliberate on assembly issues actually makes organizing assembly meeting and some other meetings expensive. If we are able to link up the rules, work on the rules to improve movements, I'm sure it will help in the work of the district assembly.
The district assembly says it will need funding to reconstruct the highways in order to improve healthcare delivery in the district.
Let's now go to the Ashanti region, where lapses in the healthcare delivery system in the country has compelled some Ghanaians to rely on charitable organizations and NGOs for healthcare. Peter Kwao Adato reports hundreds of patients trooped to the First Care Hospital in Kumasi with health conditions that they have been living with for decades due to poverty.
The First Care Hospital in Kumasi became the center of attraction in the month of September and October this year. Scores of patients trooped to the facility to register their participation in a humanitarian health outreach by Restore International, based in America. At least 140 out of 300 patients were shortlisted at the end of September for the exercise in October. The rest were not cases listed for the program. Others were cases requiring more time than a week's outreach. The final screening was on Sunday, October 15, where the shortlisted patients were booked for surgery.
She's saying she's having severe pains in her breast. She's having some severe pains, so her son at Bekwai, one of her son at Bekwai, told her to come.
A team of 40 volunteers, including doctors, surgeons, anesthetists, nurses, and other paramedics from across the world, went into action on Monday, October 16.
I just saw a 50-year-old lady who had a mastectomy when she was 14 years old. She was told the breast would grow back. That's her story. But somebody at the age of 14 or 15 to have a breast removed, we as a country, we have a lot of work to do. If we work together as a team, we can build better institutions, in healthcare, so that Ghanaians will be comfortable, and even the diaspora, when they come back home, they will be comfortable enough to say, you know what, when I'm sick, I have a better place to go.
Keloid, bone disfigurement, facial tumor, posterior scalp lipoma, breast cancer, birth defects or deformities, among others, dominated cases.
I spent all my income trying to get cure for my daughter without success. I therefore rushed here with the hope that they will be able to save her life. My highest expectation is that the Restore team will be a solution to our healthcare needs. No hospital was able to respond to my healthcare, and I'm at my wit's end.
With 2 theaters at their disposal, the team, led by Ghanaian-born American plastic surgeon Dr. Michael Kwame Obeng, put their expertise at the disposal of these less fortunate Ghanaians.
So I think that the insurance should be designed in a way to provide complete, comprehensive care, so that these patients don't have to wait for other charitable organizations or charitable institutions for their essential care.
One after the other, day after day, patients who have lived with ailments for varying years were relieved and excited. A director of Restore International Relations, Don Sutherland, had mixed feelings over the plights of Ghanaians who are dying because of lack of health care.
You have people who are being thrown with acid and get brutally, disfigured. And when they go to the hospital, they can't do anything for them. And so a lot of these children are put over into the village just to suffer.
These few counted themselves fortunate, but how about those who were turned away and the hundreds who did not hear of the Restore team?
And as it's for Mission, join us again same time tomorrow for another edition. This program is sponsored by Star Ghana with support from UK Aid, Danida and the European Union. Thanks for watching.